Probiotics are my #1 recommendation for better health. I've been using probiotics in my practice for the past 30 years. It truly is my #1 recommendation for better health. So people always say to me, but it's just a bunch of bacteria. But folks, I have to tell you, all you are is 4 to 5 pounds of bacteria. And those bacteria control your brain, control your heart, control your digestion, controls your nervous system, controls everything in your body, all the neurotransmitters, things like all the neurotransmitters, most if not all of the neurotransmitters in our body. Serotonin is not made in your brain, it's made in your gut. 60% of the neurotransmitters in our body are made in our gut, and what controls that? The good bacteria. There was a study that was just out very recently that talked about the fact that there could be a dysfunction of the bacteria that has something to do with autism. Now, I've been saying this for over 20 years, probably close to 30 years. 30 years ago when I said stuff like that, people would look at me and say, you know what, that guy's been taking too many of those bugs, and there's something wrong with this dude. But no, we know Parkinson's disease, a lot of the neurologic nervous system disorders are all related to the gut. So it's the good bacteria. They have 4 primary functions. The good bacteria is responsible for our immune system. Over 60% of our immune system resides in our intestine. Number 2, the good bacteria makes most, if not all, of the B vitamins in our body. Number 3, it's responsible for elimination and also responsible for digestion. Those are the 4 things that are very important for all of us. So again, number 1, immune system. Number 2, digestion. Number 3, elimination. And number 4, the good bacteria make most, if not all, of our B vitamins. So this isn't, and by the way, you know how I get my patients to take probiotics?
How's that?
I tell them that it's good for their skin. Because it is excellent. I've heard you talk about healing from the inside out. If you want to fix your skin, folks, one of the best things that you can do is to take a good probiotic. Why? Because your skin, the integumentary system, is the largest organ of elimination. It is the largest system in our body. And it is the #1 system of elimination, of detoxification in our body. So reducing inflammation, improving the quality of your skin, it is absolutely critical that we do that.
So it's kind of like that's where the term gut instinct came from.
Absolutely, and that's a really interesting thing that you said that, because that instinct resides within us. It's imprinted, believe it or not, on our DNA. So that instinct from our DNA has to do with the flora in our bodies. And people tend to forget this. By the way, the other thing that people can do, and this is for a lot of you that are out there, if you've got skin problems, let's say you've got breakouts on your skin, one of the best things that you can do is open up a capsule of a probiotic, put it in a little bit of water, and just apply it to your skin. Now, don't do that during the day. You walk around and look like you have chicken pox. You want to do something like that before you go to sleep at night, all right? The other thing that you can do is women typically have a lot of bacterial infections, what is called a bacterial vaginosis, if you will. And the reason that you have the problems down below is because you have a dysfunction of the bacteria or the flora in your system. Again, what you can do is open up a capsule, mix it with a little bit of water, and apply it to the area. How long can you use it? How many times a day can you use it? You can use it as long as you want. And you can use it as many times a day as you want. Twice a day is what I tell women to do for as long as you need it. And you're going to get better because you're fixing the problem.
From within.
From within.
So how do we know if it's a good quality probiotic or not?
In my career, I've developed well over 400 products. For me, whenever I develop a product, it comes down to what's the technology. What's the best way to get those good bacteria, if you will, into your system? How do you do that? Today, we have another technology that is also very good, and that is the capsules themselves are what are called acid-stable capsules. So the capsules themselves don't dissolve or open in the stomach. they open in what we call the beginning part of the small intestine. And the reason that that works so well is because the bacteria now survive the acid within the stomach. So you have to look for technology. What I tell my patients again is this: you don't need 30 billion, 40 billion, 50 billion organisms. You don't need 15 different strains. You need 3 good strains, and people will disagree with me on this, but that's okay. You need 3 good strains. What you need is the technology, and you need a colony count that's going to survive based on the technology. You have to use 20 billion, 30 billion organisms if only 2% are going to survive and 97% die off. So with the technology that I have developed, the survival or the viability is around 65–70%.
Because it sounds like a lot of information, but so viable.